Buongiorno, my darlings. We're going to do a tarot reading today. I'm very, very excited and grateful for that. And I'm going to start to do some of the readings on my social media as, you know, as if we're just in session and it's just you and me. And so what I usually do when I pull for myself is, you know, like I let them pop if it's early in the morning. I just let the cards fly out and I let my high self, my guides, God, just kind of come through. So I would like us to use this as our qualifier card, that some readers will call it, or just kind of like if one pops out, that's a message that you're meant to hear. And as I had mentioned in my Monday video today, the house next door is doing some construction, and I find that to be a very fascinating little micro to the macro that's going on and the breaking down of the old world and things like that. So this card is a beautiful celebratory card. This is the Four of Wands. And although the number four is a solid foundation, it's a solid structure, they're vibing outside. They trust God. They trust their higher self, their guides, to protect them. They're celebrating outside under these four pillars. The solid structure of the home is behind them. They know they're safe. They know they're good. They know that they're a vibe. So I am going to leave this as our qualifier card, and then now we're just going to do a reading. And I want you to listen, because for me, everything happens in tones. And so I'm going to pull cards and I'm going to take a video of it. I'm going to put the camera down. And I want you to just listen to the patterns that the cards make. And we, you know, sometimes wake up. So let's get into this cards. Let's get into the cards. Let's do a reading for us. Here we go. Okay. I'll keep those to the side. I'll do 3. This is awesome. And I always flip it over to be like, what are you hiding from me? And sweet, precious mother of all that is good and pure. All right, so everything is breaking down. So this is kind of past, present, future, what I'm learning, how I'm learning it, and where this information is taking me. Like, what is behind me? What am I in right now? And where is this going? And for this community, I'll leave the reversals because this is a very positive reversal in some realms. I loved the term, and I don't remember what book. It speaks of a benevolent king, you know, and the two more masculine, structural major arcana are reversed, and the major arcana are reversed within our reading, so we got to look at it differently. So if the structures, the powers that be, are topsy-turvy, where does that leave us? So are you telling me I'm safe? You're telling me that I'm okie dokie. You're telling me everything's fine, but all of the systems that kept me fed and kept me safe and kept me going and everything that I trusted and everything that I knew in this world is breaking the frick down. there's destruction and poverty and war and difficulties, and this side thinks that they're right and this side thinks that they're right, and neither of them are right and neither of them are wrong, and there's beauty and corruption and sadness and amazingness and just cuckoo craziness everywhere. That's the end of this Scales of Libra season. So what we're in right now, so what we've learned is that there won't always be someone there to feed me. There won't always be the thing that I expected to be there at all times to be there. Okay. What can you control? What do you have access to? How can you send yourself up for success? If you're afraid of, the financial establishment not being there, then pull some things and diversify your portfolio and move along, and then you don't have to worry. If you're worried about the supermarket not being available for you, okay, then tuck away some food and some water for enough for a month's period of time so that I don't have to worry if I don't have access to the supermarket. If my school systems for my children and I don't, really trust the teachers or the establishment, really trust that, okay, how can I connect with people within my community that are homeschooling, and how can I start to take steps towards that? Whether it be half-seas, whether it be like full hog, how can I start to celebrate what is it that I do desire? If we're in this destructive phase and things are seemingly breaking down, what do I actually know to be true? I was having a cafe chat this morning, and every single structure, every single thing is upside down. And there seems to be, how do I say, there's you got to pick something. You can't solve all the problems of the world. You have to choose one quest, whatever that may be, one demonic issue that you would like to really take on as something that is near and dear to your heart, and just speak towards it. And just speak towards it. And just know that that's okie dokie. And you just have to pick one. For myself personally, I've been putting a lot of my personal story on my YouTube channel, my Waking Up Post-Woke story, because the one thing that is very precious on this planet is the innocence and the imagination of children. And so I would like to really take a stand and say, let's let our children be children. We need to stop sexualizing them. We need to stop whatever it is that you need to do to your human body to make you feel yourself. Make those decisions when you are of age, when you are over 18 years old, you are over 20 years old, with team, with family, with everybody, and make those decisions. That's amazing and that's beautiful. But let's let our children be children. So that's my personal stance that I've had to take and that I feel very confident and comfortable with. And my human avatar is not even meant for children. And I'm taking a stand on that because children are so precious, and so that their imagination and their curiosity is so precious and beyond important. And so just let them be children. Let them be children. Across any party lines, across anything, that is my celebration. That is my stance. That is this card right here. So what is yours? What is yours? What system is breaking down? What is happening around you? Because you can't control things that are happening on the other side of the planet. You have no control over that. What's here and now? What's in your community? What's here? Because, as systems break down, what I just said, I find to be very poignant. When this card is right up, you're very confused. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You know what to do. You know what you need to do. You know with what I'm saying, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because our future, what's to come, is a kind, benevolent, lovely king and queen that takes charge when they need to take charge, that teaches when they need to teach. So assess where you are and look at it differently. Because as much as we would love, myself included, to think that this is the demolition phase, and we're going towards something that we've never gone through before. We're just going into a new time and space that matches the astrology. Pluto going into Aquarius, the prophesized age of Aquarius, everything that's happening right now, it's all biblical, it's all scripted, it's all history kind of repeating itself. Astrology is history, math, and patterns and nothing more. But with the lens of the awakening, all that good jazz, beautiful stuff. Let's see what's yeah. Okay, so these little decisions that you make throughout your day are actually like you're playing chess, and I've mentioned this before. You're playing chess, so you can't lie to energy, you can't lie to God. I'll move these. I want to give some more space so you can see these. You might just be feeling like at the end of the day, if you have a roof over your head and if you have water that you can afford to pay for that does not have, that's not tap, you're pretty freaking blessed. If you have opposable thumbs, you can pick up a coffee cup and drink said coffee, you're quite blessed. So where I was listening to a great chat, and this musician, but also like very, very divine masculine being who has a podcast. His name's Zuby. And I'm new to his channel and to his teachings. Beautiful, beautiful being, divine masculine. And he spoke of the fact that just utilizing, like, when did it happen that just having, just saying this is right and this is wrong became such a courageous act, and speaking out against certain, ideologies, certain movements that, when did that happen? Where just literally all of our emotions are upside down. Like my brain is just following patterns. So all the cups are reversed. All of our emotions are a little upside down, a little topsy-turvy right now. Just wanted to highlight that. Because if you just used you can talk to anybody, anyone that you're having a conversation with. I utilize this in my sessions. I utilize this at my, human jobs. I utilize this in every single day. If you're in front of someone and they are speaking their truth and that is not your truth, you do not have to swallow your truth and not express it. You can just say, thank you for sharing that with me. That is not my truth, or I disagree with that, but I'm so grateful for you sharing that perspective. That's amazing. And something that if you're amongst someone that maybe still plays into the fear rhetoric, into the fear porn that's everywhere, something that if that person is in front of you, I'll give you what I've been utilizing, which is, okay, if you were in charge, how would you change it as the benevolent king? Not grab your torch and pitchforks and, hang up the people on the other side of my belief systems. But if everyone is worthy and welcome at the table of God, what would you do to solve said problem? Because when you look at it from God's perspective, you're like, oh, there's billions of us and we're all worthy of love and compassion and this beautiful, like some of the most beautiful cards in the deck are in this reading right now. I just have to highlight that. Yeah, how would you make the world a better place with love, with compassion, with inclusivity, with everybody? Not, if you don't believe my beliefs, then you're not welcome, but love your enemies. I spoke of last week of coexistence. How can we let others that maybe do not share the same opinions and beliefs as us, how can we coexist with them? And find respect and jovialness. A lot of these really lovely cards, seem to be reversed. What does that mean, Sarah? That just means that you're just choosing to look at the cloud instead of the beautiful sun that's shining down on you. So really, when I talk about gratitudes and I talk about, finding something every day that you're grateful for, the first thing that you consciously think of when you wake up in the morning, your brain will be listing, dreams and old programs and all of these old things that have happened. But we can actively rewire our brain by choosing to focus on gratitudes. And what we feed grows. What you focus on grows. I'm so grateful for the abundance of health that I have. I'm so grateful I have 10 fingers and 10 toes. I'm so grateful I can walk to the toilet first thing in the morning without assistance. I can pee without help. I don't have to press a button and have someone empty a pan for me. I can do this on my own. I'm so blessed. If you are here with me right now watching this, you have access to technology. You have access to electricity. You are more blessed than many people on this planet. So where can we take a stand on something beautiful and not against someone or a group? If you're standing up against demonic practices, that's a big gulp. And some of the musicians and divine, performers on this world, like they're literally up against demonic forces. The children, demonic forces. It's biblical. And I'm actively choosing to say those words, even though when I say them, my videos don't get as many views. I don't get my reach. And I trust God because I am a child of God, and I trust Jesus and I trust the universe to bring me the beings that need to see this. I have no fear against those demons. Lifetime's over. You tried, but we all came back. I love that. I saw a little, it was like a meme or one of those reels or something like that, where it said, some of the souls that are alive right now are the witches you didn't burn and you didn't find them. But some of us are the ones you did. Yeah. I've been having a lot of simultaneous time blips, and some of the people that I know in my daily life, I have been burned as a witch. There's a dear old soul sister of mine that I've seen us up there together in the past little bit. I had a trade session with a client and dear friend where she was there when I was being burned, and I smelled my hair being burned. She helped give me the pain. I didn't feel the pain. And we have to remember that the witches that were burned, it was their friends and family that sold them down the river. That it was their friends and family. So these decisions that you're making to, set boundaries with someone that isn't resonating anymore, that could have been the soul of someone who at a certain point in time was like, oh my God, no, not me, take her. Not me, take her. It's like, oh, Sarah did it. Like that type of stuff. So be cognizant of the company that you keep, because it's all coming up to be released. It's all coming up for us to say, I forgive you. Maybe in another time, in another life, you sold me down the river, and I'm here to teach you how to love. And I'm, learning through you how to love myself and to trust myself and my intuition again. Because we are all this king. We are all the kings and queens. There's only so many souls that came here. So whatever you see outside of yourself that's troubling you, look in the mirror and fix something that's troubling you there. That's all we got. comment your questions below. There are always links in my biography and all over the place to donate and to pay it forward. All of the readings that I put out there are complimentary, so please, send anything along that you would like. It's my pleasure. I appreciate and love every single one of you, and please reach out directly for a personalized reading. It's why I came to this planet, to hold space for you. And as a performance of healing, you're going to get a little bum-bumch along the way too. So I love the way that my channels come through. It's a lot of fun. All right. Ciao, darlings. I'll see you soon.